guys, it's Amy from Radiantly Amy, and I have another perfume review. This was another perfume that was kind of recommended that I review. We were having a big conversation about perfumes and what we liked, what we didn't like, kind of online. And the one name that kept coming up was Jo Malone. Now, I've never really tried Jo Malone, and I've heard of her perfumes and stuff, but I've never really tried it. And I can see why now that I see some of like I went through and was looking for samples to try, and a lot of the perfumes are very floral, I have to say, or they have floral notes in them, which is probably why I've never tried them. I tend to be more of a gourmand person. I have a hard time with florals. A lot of times it's just, I don't like them. So I'm gonna try to be as neutral as I can, as being a non-floral person. Now, if you like florals, if you like perfumes that smell like perfume, just keep that in mind. I'll do my best to like sort of describe what's going on, even though I'm not a super floral fan. I only have to say this because when I sniffed some of the samples, I can see why people like her perfumes, but I can also see why I don't tend to be a fan of those kind of perfumes. So I'll try to like navigate all this, but the one I'm doing is Jo Malone Peony and Blush Suede, and the notes are peony, which I think my dad used to grow peonies. Like I'm looking at the picture and I'm like, I remember those. Suede, there's a red apple note, rose, carnation, and jasmine. So it is heavy on the florals. I'm a little frightened. I sprayed this one only briefly, so I don't remember even what my thoughts on it were. And I was just coming down with my cold when I did that. So everything that happened within that like 24-hour period when I was first catching my cold is like a big blur. But here we go, we'll give it a spray. Oh, ooh, that was a lot. So I'm just gonna let it kind of sit for a second because it's like doing the alcohol thing. Okay, my first sniff is flowery, but one thing I have to say, and maybe this is what peonies smell like, because I sure as hell don't remember from my childhood, it's not an overly strong note. Oh, this is kind of nice actually. So I'm not a big floral fan, but I can smell the rose, and I do smell a little bit of the apple. I'm actually surprised. And there is, I guess, what's the peony? It is a floral scent. As far as suede, I'm not sure what suede is supposed to smell like. I mean, that's maybe like, I don't even know. Fabric smell? No. So as I smell this, it's interesting. I do get the apple note. And I'm not sure I would have realized that was a red apple note if I hadn't looked on here. Because it's blending with the flowery smells. But this is, it's not a harsh floral. I don't find it really an offensive floral either, and I say offensive, but there's a lot of perfume smells that just smell like flowers and smell like too strong. Like you get in the elevator with somebody wearing like a really strong floral and it'll knock your socks off. You'll just be choking and dying. At least I will. Maybe that's a little traumatic for everybody else, but like I have, like I said, a really hard time with florals. So this is not bad. Now it's wearing, I feel kind of close. Like I'm not smelling it super far away, but I do smell it, relatively like here-ish. And it's not bad. It does smell floral. It's got I think what's making it a little more manageable for me is that it smells a little more natural. I can see why people like this, because it's not like a fake, the fake flower smell. It's not a fake flower smell. There's a greenness, I think, to it. And I don't know what flower that is. Like, literally literally, I moved into this house and the lady who owned it before me had flowers every fucking where. Like the whole house. She must have spent a fortune, and according to one of the realtors that I had at the time, she'd spent a lot like on all these flowers, and we just kind of clear cut it all out because it was too many flowers. Like, and there was no plan. There was like, they were all over the place. And so they were kind of overgrown, and it was just, it would have been a lot of work to keep up with. So we ended up getting rid of a lot of the flowers that were here. My realtor took a bunch. But yeah, it's drying down, and it's definitely softer, a softer scent to me. It's not like really overwhelming, which is good. I tried another Jo Malone one that I did not like, and I had to wash it off my hand because it was too much. But this isn't bad. I don't think I'd wear it because I'm not a floral person, but actually I might. I mean, it's not, you know, as I go along here, it's not too bad. I'm seeing if there's any other, like, what are people saying about it? Some people don't like it, some people do. Peony is what they're saying is prominent, and I guess that's what I'm smelling. And the suede, and I have no idea what suede is supposed to smell like. I mean, I've had suede things. I didn't remember them having like a smell that would be strong enough to identify in perfume, but okay. It's balanced. Yeah, somebody in comments has said it's very balanced, and I would agree with that. There's not one note that's kind of like sticking out overly, so I think it's blended really nice. And yeah, they are saying it's staying quite close to the skin, and I do agree with that. I thought, because that other one was so strong, I don't even remember which Jo Malone that was strong, but I didn't care for it. It was like just very like nails on a blackboard to me, and I had to wash it off. This is not doing that. This actually is very wearable. Yeah, inoffensive. Somebody says, but pretty, totally safe and inoffensive. I would agree with that. It's not something that I'm like jumping for joy over. I think the only like floral kind of ish perfume that I wore for a while was Beautiful by Estee Lauder, and that one I really enjoyed for a long time. You know, I'm not a big floral person as it is, but that was all right. And this is not, it's not bad. And I think what I'm liking is probably the apple. Yeah, it's like sugary apple scent, somebody says in here. Soaked in rain, sugared apples, peony, and roses. And that's, I would say that's fairly accurate. There's a sweetness to it, I think is the apple. And I guess the floral scent I'm smelling is peony. And rose I've always found kind of tolerable as far as like perfumes and stuff. Rose has got a nice kind of, you know, it's not jarring to me. So I do tend to like, if there's like rose in a perfume, I can deal with it. And yeah, that's kind of what I like. It does seem like it's not gonna last that long. I'm still smelling it. I mean, and if it's anything like that other one, I swear I washed my arm and it was still like lingering. I think I sprayed another perfume over it to try and kill it, because I wish I knew which one that was. I'm gonna have to dig it up because I couldn't get away from it. It was one of those things, and I think it got on my shirt, so it was just like a mess. But yeah, some other people are saying it lasts long on them, so I don't know. This would be one I think I'd have to wear and see how it is. Clean and classy is another comment I'm seeing. Yeah, it's pretty nice. I could see how this would smell good as a candle. I guess it comes as a candle. But yeah, it's definitely a daytime perfume. I don't know if I'd like go for this in the nighttime. I mean, you could, you know, I'm not big on day-night perfumes. I'm like, if you like it, wear it, no matter what, you know, the occasion. But it's a softer scent, which would be good for like if you're in a workplace kind of situation. But yeah, it's sort of there. I mean, like I said, I'm not jumping for joy over it, and I feel like it's one of those that's like nice. But if you like it, you might, or if it sounds like something you'd like, you might want to give it a try and see how it does on you. It's definitely, I mean, the fact that I can be this close to it and not be keeling over is a good sign. And I do like that there's that little bit of apple. I mean, I think that's what I kind of like. And yeah, it is a very, somebody said it's a girly girl perfume, and I don't know if I would call it that, but it's definitely, there are some like florally kind of scents that I think could be a little more neutral, and some that just smell like way over the top, like florally, feminine-y. And this might be one of them. It smells a little fresh to me too. It's got a freshness, which I like. Again, it doesn't smell artificial, and I think that's the one thing that turns me off of a lot of perfumey perfumes, is that they smell fake, like just fake flowers. Somebody is comparing it to a feminine deodorant from the discount bin. I don't know if I'd say that bad. There is a little bit like a makeup, but I get what they're saying though. There's like, it almost smells a little bit like a makeup smell. If you've ever had like makeup, like foundation or like a makeup bag smell, a little bit. So yeah, you know, I would give it a try, and maybe give some of the other Jo Malones a try if you like those kind of perfumes. I came into this thinking I wasn't gonna like this like as much as I kind of am tolerating it, because I just had such a bad experience with her stuff. But I think they smell, I don't know how to describe it, but it is perfumey. I mean, definitely perfumey. The longer it's lasting, the more it's kind of settling down, and I may just be over sniffing. But this one is all right. I'm okay with it. And I don't know if I'd wear it, because I'm just not that kind of person. But if I had to pick a floral, this isn't too bad. A lot of people are saying kind of elegant or classy, and I could see that. I'm not, that's probably my problem with it. I never see myself as either of those. But it's just very nice. It smells fresh, smells kind of springy, like a spring summer day. You know, laundry. It's reminding me of when you're putting laundry out on the line on like a nice day, a very blue sky day. And it is very light. And I'm still sniffing. I'm waiting to see if there's any more to it. And I think that's another, like a perfume review I did of the Prada Candy Gloss. It's just a medium perfume to me. It's pleasant. It's not something I probably would like start spraying all over myself and wearing every day, but I also don't hate it. So it's a good medium perfume, like, and this one is definitely, it's either going away on me a bit, or I just can't smell it anymore, because I don't really smell it as strong. But yeah, it smells kind of fresh and clean and florally, and a little bit of the apple. So, you know, that's about it for that one. I don't know what else to say. It's just kind of there, and it is pleasant. And you know, I'm actually surprised. I really didn't think I was gonna like this one, and I do. But I don't know if I like it enough to wear it. But give Jo Malone a try. A lot of people seem to like, I mean, that was repeatedly, a lot of people were recommending Jo Malone perfumes. And I have 3 more that I can review. And one of them I think is not gonna go well. But this one, I think so far has gone pretty well. A lot of Jo Malone's perfumes, just from what I've seen of the notes, are not notes that I usually enjoy. And I think that's why I just haven't looked into or haven't worn it, because it's, you know, I'm more of a gourmand person. I'm not a big floral person. And that is something she seems to do a lot. And also I was reading that her perfumes are meant to kind of be combined too. Like you could layer them or wear them together. I don't know if I'm ready for that, to be honest. But we'll start small. And this is very nice. It's Peony and Suede blush, if I can find. And I got a little tiny sample size, just because I wasn't prepared to spend, like, this isn't full bottle worthy for me, but it's nice. So there you go.